One thing, two things actually. Oh, how you doing, everybody? I got two emails this morning from Rolf Lang, and I didn't have time to translate them this morning, but I got them translated. And one had to do with a new project that he wanted to sort of keep mum for a while. And the other one was on the movements I'd asked him about, and he's still talking about 5,000 a piece without a case. The cases cost him about 900 euros. So if we're talking about a case and a movement, however, he was talking about the gold infused cases. It's some kind of German thing that they do with. It's not the same as plating. It's something else, and it's really cool. It's a combination of gold and silver and a bunch of other stuff, and they end up with this kind of effect. It's a gold frosted effect. Anyway, that's what the H. Lang movements look like. They're all handmade, so that's sort of nice. So anyway, that's still an option, but 5 people would have to get it. Let me see what else is going on. Oh yeah, last time we were talking about the Van Cleef and Arpels hour here and hour elsewhere, and I thought it was a wind up, and it's not. It's an automatic, and it looks like the whole thing was done by Agenor. So that's sort of cool. I had written Nicholas Agenor, and usually he's pretty good about getting back to me right away. He didn't hear from him, but with the pandemic, it's really hard to know what's going on. Okay. Geezer, hello. Blake, Stefan. Let's see. Hi, Williams watches. And looks like I'm the last one here. Everybody's gone through. Hey, GMT Master. And let me see. Hans, good evening. It's evening, it's afternoon for us, but that's okay. In the morning, people from Asia will say, good evening. So, Mr. Gumby, how are you? And let's see, Dave, Miss NS something, hello. Hi, Raj. And let me see, Flippin' Zippo, how you doing, man? Hans. Yeah, okay. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, hey, Dominic and Eddie and Mark. Hi, Mark. These are okay. Just want to make sure. Hi, Mark. And a work conference call. Have a nice chat, everyone. Okay, Mark. Mark here. Oh boy. Well, okay, good. Hi, now, Shed. Okie doke. So, as far as the project is concerned, it's sort of interesting. One of the other interesting things. Hi, Val. One of the other interesting things I found out. Should have known this, but I was looking at Van Cleef and Arpels, and all of a sudden I found some watches and it had a movement by Val Fleurier. Well, I didn't realize that Val Fleurier was part of Richemont, and it is. Uh, I have a whole list. I have these PDF files that I religiously keep up to date, and that is who owns whom. So I went and looked up my PDF file, and there it was, bigger in life, Arpels and Van Cleef and Arpels, which I thought was sort of interesting because here you have Arpels, which is like a super high level jewelry maker and watchmaker, and wins a ton of awards for their incredible stuff they do, and they work largely with Agenor, but I guess they also got some watches, and I think they're women's watches because they're probably looking for something smaller. But you know, when the same watch or the same movement that's into Piaget, Cartier, I guess even Vacheron Constantin has one, sort of surprises me. You know, that's sort of like Richemont CTA, but I probably not quite that. Hi, Watch Habit. So anyway, I thought that was sort of interesting. I'm always I tell you what I like most about watch collection is finding stuff that I didn't know about, and I've got lots more, whole ton of stuff that I don't know about, and so that's always fun. Yeah, Van Cleef and Arpels, but yeah, see, this is one of the things I think that you really have to understand all of this other stuff is that the watches that we like are considered luxury items, and the luxury businesses will look at certain products and how well their essence will fit into that. Or you take Chanel and someone thinks, man, Chanel number 5. It's got nothing to do with it. Or Hermes, oh, it's a nice scarf. Nothing to do with it again. Is that these companies realize that if you're going to put something out in the luxury market, not in the fashion watches and things like that, but in the luxury market, you're going to get eaten alive unless you do it right. And I think they've come to realize that more and more. And so you see, like Louis Vuitton, they bought, what's the name of that? La Fabrique du Temps or something like that. And they have, they got their own movement maker now. And of course, they also own Zenith and a few other ones. So, it's like part of a larger luxury market. And we are the luxury consumers of the watch part of it. Of course, it's a lot cheaper if you go in. We went into Hermes in New York, and my wife happens to like their perfume. She likes their scarves too, of which she has somewhat of a collection. But it's funny. We're just consumers in that market. Hi, Tim. How you doing, man? So, Seiko Flightmaster. Okay, let's see. Hey, Val, where did Seiko Flightmaster come from? That was like, here it is. Let's see. The G-Shock has always been moving thingies are around me. Okay, GMT. Let's see what's going on. The Flighty, nice. Okay. I was thinking about the Steel 3 Hands VC56. Okie doke. No Geneva seal. Well, Tim, the only ones that can get a Geneva seal, they have to be made in the canton of Geneva. Is the one you're talking about made in Geneva? Or is that still talking about the Seiko on that? Okay, let's see. The 3-hand VC. Oh, the Vacheron Constantin 56. Tim is right. That is it is a neat watch. It doesn't have a Geneva seal, for the entry level. The ones right above the entry level have a Geneva seal. They don't have a Val-Fleurier movement, but Vacheron Constantin definitely made in Geneva. What I still like the way that FP Journe handles it. Not only does he not deign to have the Geneva SEAL people get their grubby hands on his watches, but he does. Same with COSC. He doesn't even bother with them. And I don't know of anyone who is a FP Journe owner who cares. But what he put on him more recently, he doesn't even put Swiss made. That used to be a big thing. They used to squabble about that. FP Journe makes everything. He even owns the movement, the case maker in Geneva that makes all of the stuff for him. And so it's got to have like probably 100% or pretty much close to it are all made in Switzerland. So he could put Swiss made on there if he wanted to, but instead he just doesn't do it. So I decided to put Geneva made, just pulling their tail. Hey, the Omega Goat Master. Okay. All right. Hey, Crappy, how you doing? Yeah, Geneva made. Do any of you have an FP Journe with Geneva made? I think he started doing it sometime probably in the last 10 years. And my FP Journe, one's from 2002 and the other one's from 2007. So I don't know. I just think it's a neat thing. It's his way of doing what Milan does at H. Moser. He's just sort of twisting the tiger's tail just because. Oh, let's see. FP Goat Master. No, man, you guys, leave my goats alone. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bruce. Finally, it's not you that started the goat. We found that in German, the way you say goat is Bruce. Okay, I'm just being a picky watch habit goat looking piece. DMT habit. What are you guys picking on my goats for? Okay. Tim. All right. Forget the goats. I'm going to wear a cashmere sweater next time, and that'll show you. That's what my goats are, or my neighbor's goats, I should say. They got this, and they're really fluffy right now. So they'll go in there with a comb and comb it all out, and I'll have a nice cashmere sweater. Okay. So let's see what I'm trying to figure out. One, the movement in that the hours here and the hours there, the Van Cleef and Arpels. That one, it looks like the entire movement is by Agenor, even though at the site they say retrograde by Agenor, which is pretty common. Addition that you'll see in a lot of watches with that, and I like to brag about the fact that they got some Agenor in it. I do it constantly with my Harry Winston. All right. Yeah, that's true, Mark. Just no, Mark. There's another word that nobody in the world can pronounce, even the Germans. So I just call him Bruce. Oh, see. Jumper. This isn't a jumper. This is a sweatshirt. I guess sweaters and stuff are called jumpers. This is just a sweatshirt. Favorite watch? Yeah, Geezer. There you go. Geezer appreciates cashmere. Yeah, I've got on. This is one of my favorite watches, and it's the Frederick II by Langenheim. Actually, it's by Marco Lang, but Marco Lang is now coming out. Later in the summer, I think in August, he's going to have a new watch and he's off and running. Hey, Forbin, off topic, but the Watches TV just made a video reporting that Basel watches and Wonder cancellations were determined on high within the Richmond group. That is, it doesn't really surprise me. It's sort of Richemont is ending up with everything almost. They don't have Patek Philippe, they don't have Rolex, but well, they have, they got these other giant luxury monsters. Louis Vuitton is a huge, rich company, and so is Chanel. Chanel's watches, the quality of them. They have the deal that they worked out was with Finessi, something like that, and Tudor, and they're making a new watchmaking facility in Geneva on land owned by Rolex. They're all mixed up in it somehow. I mean, we are mere pawns. I think we're sort of the pawn's assistants in the great watchmaking, the whole thing of it. Hey, Fahrenheit, I didn't get the movements you mentioned are from Lang, and 5 of us need to order one. Are they tried and tested or a new model? Believe me, they're tried and tested. We've been passing one around for the last year. Mark N, who's has to work. What a bummer. We're all supposed to be quarantined, but poor Mark has Mark N. He has it now. But some of the other guys have had it here. I think Bruce and Clyde both did. I don't know if there's anyone else in this group who had it for a month. What we did actually, it was almost exactly a year ago. I took a train trip over to Dresden from Nuremberg and met with Rolf and spent a day with Rolf Lang. Had a ball, just best time ever. And he was, he's sort of thinking, well, should I do this? Should I do that with his watch? I said, look, I tell you, if you give one to our group, we'll all pass it around for for a year and get it known. And we have, and it's been a lot of fun. At least for me, it has. And some of the other guys, and Mark, who has it now, Mark is, excuse me, number 11. He had some pictures of that watch. It still looks brand new. So I guess the guys took pretty good care of it, which was nice. And that's the movement. And it's something like the one in here, except it has bigger plates. This one has a trigonal bridge, and it's you can see a lot more of the movement, which I like a lot. And his is, but it's very similar to this one. That's the funny thing. I was talking to him about the black, what he calls the Canaletto black, and the Canaletto black is, he said, nah, he says, you guys don't want that one. He says, there's all kinds of problems with the rumium or whatever that's rumithium. What is that stuff called? It starts with an R. Anyway, he said that this doesn't look as good. So he wanted to make the ones with the gold frosted. And so, man, that is great. He also gave us a marine chronometer balance on it too. So I don't want to be a fawn in someone else's game. I'd rather be a goat. Jesus, what? There is no end to this. Hi, Dr. A and B. Val, the Romain Jerome spaceship used in Agenhor movement. Really? Romain Jerome did? I didn't know that. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, what should be bad? Let me see, I'm missing something. I only get bits and pieces of this. Oh, man. Forbin comment, he says the people who paid up front for the show in Basel are asked to pony up more to be included on the online one. Whoa, brother. Any update on the movement? Mark, that's what I was talking about. Okay. the 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 movement that we're looking at with the Arpel was looks like all Agenhar. I haven't heard back from UWD yet. If we want to go with the Lang, it's going to be the gold frosted one, which is pretty nice. But we got to get 5 of them, and that's, I don't know. We're gonna, people would rather have that or the UWD 33.2. So, hey Alton, how you doing? Are there any YouTubers watch that are U covert? I don't know. I don't even know what's a U covert. Hey, Crappy. Oh, Crappy is, yeah, and so is Clyde, but they're not covert. They sometimes we wish they were, but they're not covert. Let's see. Who is the incarnation of everything that's wrong with AC3's philosophy? RJ Spacecraft has a nice Agenor movement or module. Mark, that's okay. Yeah, there was a perfectly good question at the beginning. I thought, what? I think, I sometimes, Mark, I picture you sitting there with this great big martini. I think I'll ask this. Okay, let's see. All right, what's going on? Covert. Yeah, Clyde and Crappy have a hard time being covert. What's the deal with Powermatic Kitty movement? Is it true that you can't regulate them and that they use plastic parts? I don't know about the plastic parts. The thing about regulation may be true, but those are pretty good movements, I think, Val. The gold frosted Lang movement is smaller than the Canaletto. No, it is the there are 2 Canalettos. One is just called the Canaletto, and that's gold frosted. The other one is called the Canaletto Black, and it has ruthenium rather than the gold frosted ones. So, who has the best movement watch? Oh man, there's so many good ones. I like mine. I like H. Moser. I think they have a wonderful one. I think Epijorn, Kari Voutilainen, anything that Gerbel and Forsey do, anything that Gronfeld do, all of those guys have great movements. I wish I had a martini right now. I could use one too. I haven't had a martini in a long time. Covert, not covert. Okay. Sorry, Crappy. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, Truth Fears. Williams watches. The best movement is the one you can't afford. Yeah, Val, that's a good one. Yeah, the best movement in terms of what? To me, one of the most interesting, fascinating movements around is the Langenheim Georg. That thing is just beautiful. The way they line up all of the wheel train right down the side, and each one has its own man. But that's what I like about the UWD one. The UWD 33.1 or 0.2 has those little bell-shaped, hollowed out bridges. God, each one for a different wheel. That thing is, I really like that one. That's the one I think I'm going to get, but I haven't heard back from them. I wrote them, and I probably should have put it. I should have put it as whatever address they were using when they responded in the first place. Hey, by the way, somebody was asking me about the price list, and did you guys uh, see the price list? Because I put it up on High Horology Lounge for everyone. Hi, Maddie. There are two different Tissot Powermatic types. The prize-winning does not have the plastic gears, but I have seen pics of the other one. Huh. You know what I want to get? I want to get, have you seen those? They're toys, actually, I think, but not for me. They're these big wooden clocks, and they work. And you can see how everything is. And I think having something like that would be a really handy thing to have. I've seen them out of plastic too, and those are pretty cool also. One of the places I saw them was they had them at one of the major watchmakers. I think it was Audemars Piguet had some, and they use them for, for visualizing different kinds of stuff. Okay, what's Maddie? See, okay. Oh, Jesus. Hey, True Junior. I know how much you love the FP Journe. If you could pay a bit more, is the Octaloon worth it? Probably because I have a built-in prejudice against automatics. there it is. That's why I got the Souverain. Now the Octaloon, I got one loon, and that's all I'll ever need. I would like an Octa though, just a regular sort of a plain vanilla Octa, or the Octa with the I think there's one with a hand date on it that with a retrograde. That might be cool, but I don't know. That one is a very cool watch. I mean, they're all very cool. But more than anything right now, it's like I'd like to get my mitts on a Remontois Egalite. Okay. I'm visualizing furry goats. Yeah, Clyde, that's what my goats look like outside. They're big and fat, but it's mostly this cashmere coat that they have. Really cool looking. And they're just sort of big and fluffy right now. You'd like them. Octo Ultrano, black and red. Gimme. Wow, what is Stefan? Is that Octo Ultranero or Nero, whatever it is, whatever I mispronounced? Is that a Bulgari? Hey, Watch Lounge. Do you know anything about the Glashütte original Panel Reserve movement? Val, I think it's part of a more general movement, and then they have different modules on it for doing different things. Oh, God. Crappy looking. Bill has goats. I don't have goats. My neighbors are goats. What is with goats? Okay. Does anyone, let's see, have high loomers touch that they light up the watch? No, I think that Clyde has a couple he got from an atomic pile, and they both light up, the wearer and the watch. But I don't know some other ones like that. Let's see. Chanel bought non-controlling minority stakes in FP Journe. Yeah, I think they bought about, what is it, about 10% or something like that. Fleece, Popico for fleece. Yeah, they'll get fleece. They get combed out though. I don't know why they use comb, but they do. And so then there'll be skinny goats. Crappy needs a drink. Okay. All right. Let's see. people have goat fetish here. I think they do, Truth Fears. Your goats are basically my vacuum. Yeah, they're doing the yard work for me. Oh my god, I got my mower is a oh god, I can never say it right. It's a Swedish make, and it's a great mower. I've had it for years. How come I always forget the name? It's not like a Toro or a John Deere, but it's a great mower. And I can't. The battery is sort of pooped out. I gotta fix it. You don't have goat. Don't worry about it. You can sit. No, you're right. Okay. Wrangler is up. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Do your goats have 3 different Facebook accounts? How did you know, Clyde? One's a dating site that you may be familiar with, but the rest, no. Let's see. Okay, you eat goats. Yeah, I hope you get one that gives you ptomaine. No, I don't. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Um, a lutefisk. A lutefisk. I think you mean a lutefish. No, oh God, I can't. Why do I block on the name of my mower? I've had it for years. It's a Swedish-made mower. Ah, they're orange. Okay, I am not a Genta guy, but I really like the Pole Router and the Octo. I hate the Royal Oak, and I think the Nautilus is dull. Okay, is Pole Router a is that a Genta thing? Forgot who did the Pole Router originally. Love the name of the Pole Router though. Oh, what is the name of my mower? Husqvarna, that's it. Really a good mower. They make good everything. Husqvarna, I think it's how you pronounce it. And the battery needs charging, and so I've been trying to take the battery out, but I haven't taken it out in such a long time. It's sort of a mess, so I may have to take stuff down there to have it put in. Oh boy. Okay, suggestion: vintage watches, radium and rhenium luminous paint on dial and hands by Thomas Main. Husqvarna does nice motors. Really? That's right, they do. Yeah, yeah, that's sort of by here. But I have a big Ranger chainsaw by them, and also my mower, and my mower needs the battery working. And it's been raining, and there's not a lot I can do with it. Well, listen, guys, we sort of wandered around on the goats today, so sorry about that. But I got to run. So, hey, everyone, thanks for dropping by, and take care. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll try to get more. We'll try to get more focus going. Okay. Yeah, I know what lutefish is. Take care. Hey, Husqvarna is Czech. Well, there's one that's a mower and one is. I don't think the mowers are Czech, are they? I think the bike is though. Husky makes sewing machines too. All right. Take care, everyone.